Hello everyone, and welcome to a new series of mine. I call it World of Tanks Debriefing. It's basically going to be a user-driven series where you can submit your replays to me along with a screenshot of the garage recap at the end, and I will give some analysis of the battle and debrief it as I watch it. Give my reaction, my any sort of a tips or recommendations or impressions of a tactical decision that you make, so on and so forth. So I think it'll be a nice way to I can analyze your work, I can also learn from it, and then I can hopefully pass on some things I've learned on to you. So I will explain at the end of this this video as to how to submit that work to me. And in the meantime, I will give you the example here by showing you my buddy Dr. Thunder's episode he had here in his Lorraine. And I will give the analysis of what I think and just my reaction to it. Now, I actually end up leaving this battle somewhat early, you'll see why, and I'll cue in when I do, but this whole thing's pretty much a surprise to me, so let's get underway. So starting off here, he's in the Lorraine, what is this thing, the 155-51, and of course being artillery, and this map's somewhat decently sized for it. Hold on, need to expand the map there. There we go. This map is actually very open and great for artillery, and this artillery piece, as with most of the French artillery, is just crazy fast. So it has not only a decent gun that is pretty hard hitting, but also the ability to scurry away if anything goes wrong. Now he's actually taking a very forward position that I typically don't take. As you can see, I actually stick back around the C0 area over in that corner. Now he's looking over at the bridge, probably the main entry point for most tanks, and he's already zoomed in, waiting for a target, and he's kind of going off just a, what looks like, I guess, well, what is a guess as to where that 103 would have been. Now, of course, he's judging, as you can see, the time for his rounds to impact, and going off that as to how far to lead tanks, but that's a little bit of a fine art. Now this 5120 is just sitting there nice and steady for him. So he just wanted to verify that it wasn't going anywhere, and he of course overshoots it, but as you can see he was aiming a little before it, so that means that the majority of the shots should have hit in front, and for that thing to have missed is a very, very low chance. But it does happen from time to time, and holy hell, this tank reloads fast. I was not aware of how fast that is. Now he doesn't have a clear shot on this thing. I wonder if he's going to take it or not. I honestly wouldn't risk it, because there wasn't nearly enough of a portion of the circle to hit. As you can see up here near the top of the screen, the majority of the circle was kind of sitting there, not able to touch anything. So the round probably would have impacted at the top of that hill and been to no effect. Now it's 5120 again. If he goes for it, he might have a good chance of it coming down that hill, because that reverse slope from where he's at actually kind of corresponds with the trajectory of the shell. So he does have a good chance of hitting it. Now he unleashes it in time, and it luckily turns into the shell, but I think it landed a little too short. He really doesn't have anything going for him yet. Now let's see what else he's looking at. He's still focusing on the 704, seeing as that thing is the heaviest hitting of the M103, and I didn't see what else is out there. It's also the most stable target, because it really isn't going anywhere, and also has some of the weaker top armor, whereas the M103 has a little bit of a roundness to it. So now he's looking after the Jagdpanther, or Jagdtiger. Simply an easy target there, and he was turning right into it. It was a short time for that shell to land. So nice easy hit for him. Now we have a scout back there trailing them all, so he's getting some nice spots over here. And it looks like he's going after the already weakened target. Now if he can line this shot up and get it off, he should be able to get... Nope, a little late for that one. The the 52 got it, and he missed the 704 again. Now, again, as you can see, he's doing the best he can to get the majority of the projected landing of the shell onto the target, but it's a little hard with the way that this hill is sloped. As you can see, where the majority of it's bunching up at the top, there's a little bit of a gap there where it's a little bit of a divot. Now, he's taking off. I imagine that he's been slowly backtracking down off that hill the whole time, but already taking off because there was nothing between him and the tanks coming up. Whereas, as you can see, I'm still over there at the C0 area, haven't really moved too far from my original position. He's winding up to take another shot at this 5120. Now, this is an easy target, no wonder why he keeps going for it, is because a great hit on him, but that 50 120 has 0 armor, and he'll penetrate and do full damage every time. And so that was his primary target, simply because of the fact he'll take it out much quicker than any other tank, thus really taking out a big target, especially since, as you can see on XVM on the side, that 5120 is rated pretty decent. So, looking at that M103, he doesn't know where it went. Oh, it went forward. He's behind some already safe spots, and so he's going to try and wait it out, as he really has no other target with which to shoot. Now that he took a major hit, okay, he's dead, so luckily he doesn't have to worry about aiming in on him for anything other than the just verification, but he would have had to wait out that tank. He had no chance of splash damage or anything. And I'm not too familiar with the splash damage on a tank such as this. Let me check here. No, it's not going to say, but he has a little bit of every round, just in case. And that high explosive is going to be fantastic if he comes across anything that he can go right through the top on. It'll probably one-shot most tanks. But it's a little bit of every round, just in case. Now, as you can see, where we just were, that he fled from is already overrun. You have 2 heavies over there. I'm already stuck in that mess. He's able to rotate around. He gets a lucky bounce off whatever hit him. I'm actually surprised that didn't kill him. It just went right off the front. So normally that would have killed him, and he is very trapped where he's at right now. I don't know if it would have pushed that far, but as you can see, I just got killed, and so I left the game after I got killed. But he's more ahead of the game, so he's in a relatively already safe area, which wasn't a half bad idea. And now he's looking to take out this 44 before it really causes problems. And because the gun on this thing really can get close to the ground, it makes a decent tank destroyer. And as you can see, it's already down to like next to no health. So he just comes around. He's fast enough that he can do that. That was a very smart move to take out that little threat of a medium. Because not only is he spotted, but he gets out of the way of any incoming artillery, takes out a threat that could repair and get around to the back of him, and he also saves some of his other tanks. His positioning right there is pretty good in terms of cover. He's not too worried about much, just the bat chat, and then whatever heavy's still down there. Led that one perfectly, hit him square on, didn't kill him, but damaged him enough so that the IS-3 is able to one-shot him. Now he has a TD to deal with, a 704, the one he's been trying for this whole time. And as you can see again, up at that top of that ridge there is all that red where he cannot hit. He's going to try, and it actually goes through. That was a low chance hit, as you could tell by where his artillery projected landing was. And he got lucky the slope of the hill worked out just perfectly with his shell that he was able to nail it. Now that it's down to just a couple hit points, he can finish it off. He is, as I said, still artillery safe. He doesn't have to worry about too much from incoming fire unless they decide to reposition significantly. But the GW Tiger is not going to be able to reposition at any point in time. And that M12 might. The GW Panther may as well. But this tank is so fast. Look at him tear down the side of the board already. He's moving out before that T-34 really could do too much. Now, sadly, the M12 just nailed his one last tank, that E100. If that thing survived, he would have been in a whole different game. But now it's kind of survival mode, so it'd be interesting to see what he goes and does. Looks like he's tearing off, trying to get around behind him. Now, I don't know if he should try and hunt down that 704. In all honesty, I probably would have, just to get rid of it. But that's also a very dangerous suicide mission, because he will see you incoming before you would see him. Now he has this GW Tiger or Panther in front of him that luckily doesn't hit him dead on, only hits him in the track. So he got really lucky. I might have burned a repair kit here, but with it being only one person or left on your team, there's no reason to even bother. Now, he's artillery safe, yes, but he has a heavy behind him, a TD unknown where, and he has this GW Panther that's kind of got him pincered in, and they're just pounding all around him. So it's at the point where you just got to risk it. That GW Panther missed a very easy shot he should have had. That was really bad on the GW Panther. He should have had it and finished him off. He got a pretty good shot on him the first time, which may or may not have killed him had he hit him, but that second hit was bad. He should have finished him off. And now this M12 got real unlucky that his shot missed. Both of them. The one only getting close and damaging the track, and this one missing point blank. So the Lorraine, again with its crazy speed, is able to take him out, and that T-34 is full health. Is running away from that thing that's chasing him. Probably for the better, because yeah, I don't think that he could one-shot him by any means. He could try and load that gold round, but with only 1,200 as his top damage for that thing, unless he got lucky and ammo racked him, it wouldn't end well. So as it looks like he's just trying to get out of there, maybe hunt down their artillery to even it out a bit, so maybe he has a better shot of nailing them. I don't know. Without knowing the reload speed on this thing, I can't really guess as to how effective it is at just spamming areas, but it seems like it reloads very fast. And in addition to this TD, artillery TD that the Lorraine is, it is just ungodly fast. As you've seen, he's covered the whole board with ease. And I mean, with only 4 targets left, I mean, it is entirely possible he could pull it out. I know that that object is almost dead. The T-34 is really the main threat, and then the 2 artillery pieces, if he makes the wrong move, he could die. So, oh, and he finds the GW Tiger perfectly. He winds up and nails him on the move. That's a tight pattern that he had. Even a close shot probably would have killed that GW Tiger. A shell landed near him that had to be the M12. No idea where that tracer came from. So it looks like he's just hunting him down for the kills. It doesn't look like he's going to have the option of being able to take the guys off cap unless he spams the rounds. But by spamming the rounds, he's giving himself up to wherever the M12 might be. There he is. So with a little bit of luck, he finds the M12. He's ranging that shot in. He pulled that trigger just in time, because that M12 very easily could have got him. Now, he has 15 seconds to load and fire another shot and hit. I honestly don't think it's going to load that fast. This thing might be a 20-second shot, but yeah, as you can see, he's not going to be able to do it in time. He did the best he could, but it's just not enough, and that was incredible. He did a good attempt, so I got to give him credit. So we'll go look at his remaining little recap in the garage and discuss it further. Alright, so as you can see here, he did a fantastic job. I can't see how many hits or damages he did, but it looks like above this, since it scrolls all the way down, that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tanks that he damaged, of which 5 of them he destroyed. And then again, there's something up top that I can't see, so it must have been one more he either spotted or damaged or at least saw that took damage. That's impressive what he was able to do. And so that goes to show you that even a lone little artillery piece can still do a good job. Even in a defeat, that was fantastic. So good job for him. And it was only 83% crew on top of it, not even 100%. So that's quite impressive that a tank can do just that many versatile things, such as the French artillery can. So Lorraine 155-51, fantastic. And of course, Dr. Thunder did a great job. So, if you want me to analyze your videos and you want me to take a look at your replays and put it in something similar to this, I have an email address of which you can send a replay to, and of course attach a photo such as this one, or screen cap of your battle results here in an email, and address that to darqueling@gmail.com. Simple as that, and make sure that in the subject you put in something about our replay or something about the title, so that I know to look at it for this series, which is affectionately going to be called World of Tanks Debriefing, or Debriefs. I haven't decided 100% yet on that one, but probably Debriefing. Sounds pretty cool. So yeah, if you want to have that, I will send me like a good one. Don't send me like a, hey, I died in the first 5 seconds of the game, but send me something that either give me a little bit of a story about it. Don't tell me what happens, because otherwise that will ruin it. But say, hey, I'm looking for tips using this tank. Here's what I did. I could have done better. I've seen people do better. Or, hey, here's a great game that you can show that maybe would help others, so on and so forth. So give me just a little, like, 1-paragraph blurb about it. Not, of course, spoiling it any. Send me a replay and a screenshot of your battle results to darqueling@gmail.com. Of course, I'll have that posted in here in an annotation of some sort. And I will sort through them, and I will get to your replays. No promises I'll get to all of them, but I'll get to them in series, of course. try to do 1 or 2 a week. It would be cool if I could do that. And of course, if I cannot get to it, that doesn't mean not to send me any more. I just might not get to that one. That one might not record well, but don't fear. You can send, I'd say submit me maybe 1 a week would be a good one. Don't overload me with like 20. I mean, if you really have a bunch of good ones in 1 week, go ahead and send a few, but don't overload me, because then it'll be very difficult to see them all. So yeah, if you want to send them to me, I will gladly take a look at them and create them as a user-driven series. So, thank you for tuning into this, and I hope I'll catch you guys in the next episode of this one. Thanks!